Okay, first of all, let me explain why the previous video ended abruptly. Moodle will only allow me to upload videos that are 15 minutes or less, so right as it hit 15 minutes, I was finishing up that last example. So let's finish up these notes by looking at these last examples here. First off, all this opposite sum theorem is saying is that distributive property that we talked about earlier doesn't always, or not only does it work for numbers, but it also works for symbols. So if I have a negative outside of here that can distribute through the parentheses to make both the a and the b opposites, so it would be negative a plus negative b or negative a minus b. So let's look at an example where we use that. Here we have 3a minus, in parentheses, 7 minus 5a. So I can distribute that negative through. So it becomes 3a minus 7. Remember, a negative times a negative is a plus. So this will be plus 5a. Now, let's look at what the rest of the sentence says. It says, for what value of a is g of a equals 12? Like I said at the beginning of the year, a lot of this math is just learning how to decipher and interpret what they're asking for. And if you misinterpret it, you can get the answer wrong. This is a situation where a lot of students do get wrong because they take and put this 12 in the equation and think that they're getting the right answer. But that's not what it's asking. It's asking us to find a. We need to figure out what a equals when g of a, when our solution is 12. So I'm going to replace this g of a with 12, and now we have an equation that I can use to solve for a. So to do that, I would start by combining like terms, so the 3a and the 5a. So I have 12 equals 8a minus 7. Now I want to get the a by itself, so I would add 7 to both sides, giving me 19 equals 8a. Now obviously when I divide both sides by 8, for this problem I'm going to end up with a decimal. When I do that, I get a equals 2.375. And there's my answer. So why don't you guys take a second to work out this next example. So pause the video and then hit play when you're ready to check your answer. Okay, let's check to see what you did here. So again, they're telling us that the value of h of y is going to be 100, so make sure you put that in over here. We can distribute that negative through, so it becomes negative 26 plus 3y. Combine like terms, so the 13 plus 3 is 16y. Add 26 to both sides. Giving me 126 equals 16y. Lastly, to solve this, we divide both sides by 16. I get y equals 7.875. So there you go. So hopefully between these two videos you have a better understanding of how to solve some of these equations. Otherwise, good luck on your assignment.